EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll, and we are underway here in Los Angeles. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw on 2nd down is gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Deion Jones in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Black 20. Tiger.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to go down again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Bryant will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Tuesday.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 30 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Go, 76, 76.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down.
Super 66. DC.
Now Goff on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Deion Jones in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers. And
I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Goff, flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Bruce serve him. In there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
17.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. It is intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th, youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play?
And Freeman lost the football, and the Rams have got it back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
14.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
45. Mike, starting left here.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in from a yard out. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now he's going to go deep down the left side, and that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give them a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the shotgun, Ryan looking deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Down Falcons. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. Hey,
A final shot before break here. Gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
Enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, here's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Ryan. And that's caught inside the 35. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. The 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him. Made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On third down, Ryan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Space. Ready. Like 25. Hey, Tuesday.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had 2 excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had 2 huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nikhil Roby-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation, when I saw it live, thought it was a bang-bang play. Turned out, it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very unexcited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl, but I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call. The game flow is paramount to me. Let's not slow it down any more than it already is.
Yeah, it could be a slippery slope, then you start doing it with everything, right?
Next thing you know, we'll be reviewing holding. And by the way, you can probably call holding just about every play in the NFL.
180.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Goff now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game. The Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants back in, what was it, 1959, 58, 59? That's when the NFL really came into prominence, and it was sudden death. Alan Amici, the Colts got the ball, they scored. No one talked about anything but, boy, what an exciting game. As time went on, people started talking about fairness. So the overtime rule finally got changed. If you score first with a touchdown, the game's over. Otherwise, you keep playing. I think that's pretty cool. And in our 2 championship games this year, we had overtime in both. Tom Brady and the Patriots won the toss, went downfield, scored a touchdown, ball game. Drew Brees and the Saints won the coin toss, threw an interception. The Rams kicked the field goal and won. Defense still exists if you care to play it.
And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Ryan on first down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Get up! There you go!
On second down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
22!
Here's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Ryan now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Ryan wants to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman.